Yay. We are 9 minutes late, but we've made it. Oh no, why is my... Okay.
I got Marshmallow here, and I got a little toy for him.
Oh.
Hey Marshy, do you want to come say hi to stream? Come on. Come on.
Streamer cat.
Yeah. Come on. Well, no. He does not want to come say hi to stream. I'm sure he'll be back to scream at me later when I'm like in the depths of trying to solve some problem. Speaking of trying to solve some problem, this morning I was like, what on earth was wrong with my solution from yesterday? It looks absolutely fine. So I just reran it and pasted the answer and it was right.
Oh my god, so you...
I solved it. I just I don't know, I miscopied the answer or something. I don't know. I just pasted it in again and it was like, congratulations, you got a gold star. It's like, okay, fine. So and then solving part 2 took me 5 minutes or something. So
right.
That's frustrating because yesterday I felt so bad. I was like, this looks fine. Why is my brain broken? And it was fine. It was right. It just I don't know.
Amazing.
So I got the stars for day 4.
I'm glad you figured it out.
Yeah. Okay. Should we have a look at day 5?
Yeah. Did you put a tweet, by the way?
Yes.
Saying we're live?
Tweet, yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on. I need to retweet that. If you want to read it, I'll read along.
Okay, hydrothermal venture. You come across a field of hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor. These vents constantly produce large opaque clouds, so it would be best to avoid them if possible. They tend to form in lines. The submarine helpfully produces a list of nearby lines of vents. This is going to be a line intersection puzzle, isn't it? The nearby lines of vents are your puzzle input for you to review. For example, bunch O lines. Each line of vents is given as a line segment in the format x1, y1 to x2, y2, where, those are coordinates of the line segment. They include the points at both ends. Okay, so they're inclusive line segments. For now on, only consider horizontal and vertical lines. Gee, I wonder what part 2 is going to be. So the horizontal and vertical lines from the above list would produce the following diagram. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a line intersection puzzle. In this diagram, the top left corner is 0, 0, and the bottom right corner is 9, 9. Hello, Marshmallow. Each position shown is the number of lines which cover that point or dot. No line covers the point. Top left pair of ones, for example, comes from those lines. Okay. To avoid the most dangerous area, you need to determine the number of points where at least 2 lines overlap. In the above example, this is anywhere in the diagram with a 2 or larger. Alright. So this is... Do you recognize this algorithm?
No, I don't.
Okay, so this is...
I feel like... Did we have something similar last year?
I don't think so.
Early
but
on?
this is...
Okay.
Whoops, and don't need to save that. This is what's called a sweep line algorithm.
Huh.
I'm sure there's a specific one. So the basic idea is, I'm looking at the Wikipedia entry right now. It's like you imagine a line sweeping across the plane, and you do some calculations across that plane. I'm sure there is. I've implemented this before. There's a line segment intersection. Bentley-Ottman. That's it. Bentley-Ottman. It's a line sweep algorithm for listing all crossings in a set of line segments. Okay, so I have implemented this algorithm before, but the thing is, I don't want to. It's actually kind of complicated. So
right.
the basic idea of how it works is you, it has a binary search tree and a priority queue and stuff. But yeah, so there's an event queue, which is a priority list of yes, Marshmallow, I know, yes, you're very sweet. Basically you keep a priority queue of events where the events are the beginnings of lines, and you imagine the line sweeping across. So if you hit the start of a line, then you add that to this binary search tree, the sweep line status tree, and that is the set of lines which you're currently considering. And then if you find other lines within that as you're moving the line across, then those could be intersecting. But the algorithm is actually kind of complicated. I'm probably not going to implement Bentley-Optman for this. If anyone in chat would like to implement this like properly, the proper like algorithmy computer science way, then you could implement Bentley-Optman for this.
Have you like ever used Bentley-Optman for like something not which wasn't a puzzle?
I think I can't remember when I implemented it. Maybe it was at university or something. But I remember doing it because I think it was the first time I'd ever used a priority queue, which is the reason that I remember it, because I quite like priority queues. They're kind of interesting data structures. Marshmallow, what on earth are you up to? He's inside a sheet which is on a drying rack, and he's just like in full gremlin mode. Jesus.
No idea should like to do that. It's very cozy. It's like a little bag.
Yeah. Okay, so the basic idea is you could implement a line sweep algorithm like for this, which I imagine is what when the puzzle creator was inventing this, they were like, hey, people can do a line sweep if they want.
Nice.
But I'm not going to do that.
Quick. Another question. When you say priority queue, you mean like a first in, first out queue?
No. A queue based on... let's look at so a priority queue is a data structure which it's implemented with heaps generally. So you have a max heap, which you have some priority function which gives you the priority for a given element. Like for the Bentley Optman algorithm, you order the heap by X coordinate. So you're always considering the leftmost element. So yeah, there's probably a I wonder if there's a priority queue implementation in the Rust standard library.
Because you could think of it as like having a vec of elements, and every time you add something, you run a order function on it, so that the items with the most priority are at the top. I mean, yes, that's a terrible implementation.
That's the intuition. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a binary heap collection in Rust, which is basically a priority queue. Yeah.
I've never used it. I've seen it. People have like thought of removing it before Rust 1.0.
Yeah. There's a priority queue implementation in C++ as well, which I just unbuttoned my shirt. But it misses some of the operations that you might expect from a priority queue. I can't remember exactly what it's missing, but like I've implemented priority queue based algorithms before using the C++ standard library, and I think it's rekeying or something like that. But there's one operation that you might want for priority queues, which is not in the C++ one. Oh well. Anyway,
I see.
That's a kind of aside, but interesting at least. Marshmallow. Cam. Okay.
I appreciate the pointer to binary heap. I would not have thought of looking at that.
Oh, key modifications not supported. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so if we're not going to do the full-on way, hey Brain RPG, how's it going? So there's a bunch of different ways that you could implement this. You could implement it just like this diagram, where you keep a two-dimensional array of integers, and you on every line segment you iterate over all those points and you increment all of them, and then at the end you go and you check all of the you count all the ones which are greater than 2, which are 2 or greater. Another way you can implement this is keeping a hash map of counts, and do very much the same thing, but instead of storing every point, you only store the points which are actually touched by a line. The way that I think I will do it is you could keep a set. You could keep a set of all points you've seen before, and because we only need to count the points where at least 2 lines overlap, then we can keep a single set of points that we have already seen. We iterate over every point for every line. You try to insert it into the set, and if it already exists in the set, you increment the count, the global count, and then once you've seen every point, then you just print out the number of times that you tried to add something into the set, but it was already there. I think that's the entire algorithm.
Yes, that seems nice. Because like lines can also like overlap vertically.
Yes.
Because I was like, if you have two sets of like vertical and like horizontal lines, you could do an intersection, but not quite, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I like that.
Couple questions. Brain RPG is asking, any chance you could use an MD span for any of these? You could use an MD span for representing if you were doing it. The MD span is multi-dimensional span.
Oh, okay.
Um,
And it spans like a slice?
yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you could use MD span if you're doing it this way, like holding a two-dimensional representation of the entire plane. Another question is, would PRing your TL ranges repo make it into the C++ standard? What do you mean? Like, will... Oh, so the TL ranges repo is stuff which I've implemented. Some of those are going to be bases for standards proposals, maybe. The Cartesian product implementation I did was a basis for the Cartesian product range, which should make it into C++ 23 because it got approved by the Library Evolution Working Group. But nice. I don't know if I'm going to write any more standards proposals. I don't have the energy. It takes so much time and energy.
All right, shall we dive in?
Yeah, let's dive in. All right, gonna mute Yosh. Gonna cut Yosh off my screen. Okay, let's go. And this time we can use a regex for parsing our input, which is much nicer than all the god-awful string splitting we've been doing for the last few ones. Okay. I know I have an example of, yes, this is what I want, CRTE. So for this, I'm using Hanna Dushkova's compile time regular expression library, which if you've never looked at, it's incredible. Basically, she wrote an entire library for parsing regular expressions, which runs at compile time. I can't remember exactly what it supports, but I believe it supports \d. Capture group here, capture group here. That looks about right. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do auto. Well, we're gonna TL get lines on our input. We're gonna pipe that to. First, we're gonna include that TL get lines. Then we're going to transform that. Transform for our line, and then do this nonsense. Break this up a little bit. We'll get our match. We'll create a. Should we use a std pair, or should we create a point? Let's create a point. So our match is that, and then we're going to return a point. Where we're going to turn a line segment, a line is a point for the start and a point for the end. So we're going to return a line, which is made up of point from match.get1, match.get2, and a point from match.get3 and match.get4. Okay, so now we should have a range of points. Points equals this. And then for, sorry, these are our lines. For, maybe I should just call this L because I'm just going to get confused with all of these things. For auto line, L in lines. Alright, so we're going to have a set. Let's make a results struct. So we're going to have a std set of points. Now I think I can do friend operate. Whoops. Can I default a spaceship operator, or does it default it by default? I can't remember. Spaceship operator. Default comparisons. This is what I want. This is what I want. This will just generate a default comparison. Comparison operators for this point based on x then y. Std set of points, which is my scene, and then count. Okay, and when I insert a given point into this, then I'm gonna do, what's the API for std set? If I try and insert, does this give me back? What's the return type here? Return value. A bool set to true if the insertion took place. So I can do auto iterator already, well, inserted equals scene dot insert p, and then if not inserted, i.e. we already had seen this point, then plus count. Okay. So for each line in lines, if it's a horizontal, so there are going to be three cases. There's going to be horizontal, vertical, and I assume we're going to be, thanks for the follow netrard, I assume we're going to be checking diagonal lines in a bit. So if L dot start dot x equals L dot end dot x, then it's a horizontal line. Otherwise, if start.y equals end.y, whoops, then it's a vertical line, and otherwise it's going to be a diagonal line, and we're going to do nothing for now. Okay, so if it's horizontal line, then we're going to loop for auto, so we're just going to start at the minimum y position, we'll just call this y, for auto y in std views iota from the minimum of l dot start dot y l dot n dot y to std max of l dot start dot y l dot n dot y. We could have also just checked which one was larger and then picked a direction from that. Either works. So for all of these, this is inclusive, we need +1. For all of these y values, then we're going to do res.insert the point from l.start.x to y. And then we're going to do very much the same thing here, but we're going to do x l.start.y and like so. Then just cout r dot count. Let's give it a shot. Build failed. 10. Missed semicolon. Set is not a member of std. Oh, I forgot to get. Wait, saying getLines isn't a member of TL? TL views getLines. Syntax error, line 33. Yeah, this looks like mismatched braces or something. There we go. Part 2, local function definitions. Sounds like another set of mismatched braces or something. This should go outside of here, and then we want another brace. Input uses undefined class ifstream. Hey. Okay. Well, that's not right. Is this just because I didn't initialize count? Nine. I mean, that looks like a more sensible answer, but I don't think it's right, is it? Yeah, 5. Did I get the thing with this wrong? You know, I'll just do if scene dot is there contains yes, dot contains p, then plus plus count, and then just do a scene dot insert. I'm counting the same point multiple times. Where? That said 9 again, so where am I counting the same point multiple times? Let's do a little bit of debugging. Let's start.x, y. Actually, no, I can just stick this into my insert. p.x, p.y. Well, that's a lot of zeros. I guess something didn't get initialized correctly. Compiler warning on my regex looks relevant. Always listen to your compiler warnings, folks. Just get this to rebuild. Oh, am I actually converting them into numbers? No, I'm not. You're right. This will be converting the pointers or something like that. Does CRT have a nice way of getting integers from these things? I can't remember. Okay, get to view. Oh, that's nice. You can do structured bindings. That's very nice. Maybe I just do a S2I on it. So I can convert it to a string, to view. Okay, I guess I'll just do that. Let's use that structured binding syntax. That was nice. I like that. Where's that? Hey, thanks to follow bad boy. Okay, yeah, you can just do it like that. So x1, x0, y0, x1, y1. And then we can just do std s2I on x0 dot stir std s, and the same thing for all of the other ones. y1, x1, y0. And just for sanity, let's convert this to a vector so that we can make sure it's right. Not TL vector. Formatting is ugly, but whatever. Build failed. Number of identifiers must match the tuple size. Is there also a full match like that? How would I rate my knowledge in C++? I would not. The only point of rating your knowledge is if someone gives you like a oh, what's going on here? Can't convert from initializer list to point. Yeah, like, oh, it's because I put the brackets the wrong places. I don't think rating your knowledge in a language is possible or particularly useful. I've used C++ for a number of years, like, I don't know, 7, 8 years, something like that. I've contributed to the standard. I've worked on compilers, given talks at pretty much every major C++ conference. So I don't know, whatever you would rate that. Okay, that appeared to work. Well, apart from getting an exception. So it's converting it to a vector failed? That's weird. Alright, let's just not do that. And instead we'll just check our output for whether we got the right values. Okay, the S2I thing is failing. Oh, it's saying it didn't match. Is my regex wrong? What is line? Okay, that looks correct. Is this syntax supported by... I can't remember. Let's just do this instead. Do I need double backslashes? What, for the capture groups? I don't believe so. No. Hey, Amir, how's it going? Oh, that looks better. 5, yay. Oh, you mean for the \d? Maybe I did. I don't know. This works though, so whatever. Input play. Should have taken that debug output out. Do we let this run? Do we take it out, rebuild? Let's take it out, save, and then let's just restart. Yeah, memory usage graph goes brrr. Okay, hopefully we get an answer a lot faster now. 9188. That does indeed seem like a number. Oh, it's not the right answer, too high. Well, that's not good. Anyone have any thoughts on where we're going wrong? Counting duplicate intersections multiple times. Yes. Yes. Okay. So what we'll do instead is we'll keep 2 sets. Well, multiple, and then instead of doing plus plus count, if scene already contains it, then multiple dot insert p, and then at the end we'll just do out res dot multiple dot size. Eight, 622. That is indeed lower. Could be correct. Yay! Thanks everyone. Alright, let's tell Yosh we're finished with the first part. Hey Yosh, we're done with part 1. I don't hear you, Yosh. You're still muted. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, hold on. There's a cat on my
kitty.
lap. Yeah. We're like almost, I feel like we're super close.
Alright.
We're about to like insert the items into the hash set. And then that's easy going from there, it should be.
Nice. Alright,
Yeah.
we'll just move on to part 2 then. And
Yes. Sounds good.
Alright, good luck.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, let's put Yosh away. Alright, so yeah, this is now just going to be considering diagonal lines. So this is going to be broadly like exactly the same thing. Let's move this into parse lines. Nice. Oops. Nice stream. Input. Turn lines. Pretty sure I need to convert this to vector. Which should work now. Auto lines equals parse lines from our input. And then part 2, we'll just copy paste this. It's going to be the same, but we're actually going to do something here. So we'll just calculate our x direction is if l dot start dot x is less than l dot end dot x, then we're going to be walking forwards, otherwise we're going to be walking backwards. And same for y direction. And then I'm going to do for what other one? We can just do for calculate the amount we want to move from x and y. Distance equals distance in std views iota from 0 up until is there a helper in the standard library for the distance between two things regardless of whether they're positive or negative? We can just do std max of yeah, you can do ABS, but I'm thinking, you see, when I said on Twitter I reserve the right to fail at basic maths on stream because that's always the first thing which goes whenever I do anything. Yeah, we can just do std ABS of l dot n dot x minus l dot start.x, and that'll give us the distance we want to move, and then we'll just do res.insert point l.start.x plus distance multiplied by x direction, and same here. Is that correct? Missing parentheses. There we go. Make sure we call part 2. It's building. 2213. That seems like a lot. Oh, but it's too low. Whoops. Okay, very likely going wrong with my math somewhere. This is what happens. Let's switch our input to the old one. Okay, so this is 12. Okay, that is correct for this. So probably I've like off by 1 or something. Anyone see where I'm going wrong here? Length plus 1. Yes. Is that higher than what we previously said? Yay, we did it. Good job, everyone. Thanks for the help. Let's tell Yosh we're done. Alright, Yosh, we're done part 2 as well.
Amazing. Hey, that seemed like it was like really quick. Was it the diagonals as you thought it would be?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Amazing. Cool. Yeah, I feel like I'm so close. I have like one small like problem with insertion into the hash set, but otherwise we're like, this should just be working.
Cool.
guess I'll keep cracking at it.
Yeah. Do you want to share your screen with me and we can jump on and help
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, sure. Share screen. Okay, this is gonna. Okay, I'm sharing my screen, but you're frozen on my screen. So if people see side talking, no, you're not.
Yeah, I'm just gonna clean up my solution a tiny bit as well. All right. Let's put Yosh's screen up on mine. Okay, all folks on my stream should now be able to see Yosh's screen.
Yay. All right. So what we have here is we're inserting a coordinates. I'm just printing out because I feel like something's off. So the first coordinate 0,959, and we see like we insert 0, 9 and then up until like 5, 9, and that's good. But then 9, 4, 3, 4 is we're skipping that one, and we get all the way to 7, 0, 7, 4, right? So it's good that we're like skipping 9, 4 or 8, 0 because that one's a diagonal, but we're missing 2 values there, and that's an issue.
Can you scale up?
Yes.
All right. So what you're doing for line and lines, splitting.
Yep.
Parsing a coordinate. I just did a regex for parsing it.
Oh, nice. Rust doesn't have regular expressions like built in, so.
Oh, yeah, I pulled in a dependency. If x1 equals x2, then for y and y1 to y2, and is that dot dot equals a inclusive range?
Exactly. Yeah.
If a problem which I had is you can't just do the counter thing actually, because you overcount if there's more than 2 intersections. You need to have 2 hash sets, one for the ones that you have seen once, and then instead of the counter you have an additional hash set that you push everything that you've already seen into, and then you just count that hash set at the end.
Isn't that like a thing for the second part though? Like the first part,
no,
you can't have like
you could still have overlap. You could still have like 3 points.
Wait.
Which overlap. Like you could have.
Oh, like that. Yeah. Hold on. Because I thought like in my mind I was like horizontals and verticals are the only ones that can overlap, which means you have like a perfect little cross, and nothing else can overlap. But you are entirely right saying that, well, you can have multiple like horizontals or verticals overlapping at that point. Yeah, exactly. So we're like totally overcounting, but also we're not inserting like correctly. So there's 2 issues. Yeah, you're right. Lemma intersects equals. We can just copy that. Chord equals x1 or x comma y1 chord, and then here we can say intersects dot insert chord.
Yeah. And same with the other one.
Can we do the fancy extract to variable? No, not yet. Extract to variable. Yes.
Nice.
Chord. It might not be Visual Studio, but it is Visual Studio Code. It got some stuff. Yes, and then here we say intersects dot len.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
All right, let's run this again. I think it's like still broken because our insertions were off. Left 11, right 5. Maybe we're like misparsing. Maybe that's what's going on.
Yeah. Have you tried just like on every line? Yeah, just output what your parser thinks the line is.
Oh, you mean like? Wait, hold on. What do you mean?
I just mean like, yeah, on each line, do the parsing and then print out your.
Oh yeah.
Your x1, y1, x2, y2.
Yeah. X1, y1, x2, y2. Oh, y2. All right, let's do that. Running once again. 095980089434. That looks exactly correct. Yes.
So what do you think is going wrong? You were saying that something's going wrong. What's going wrong?
So if we print our coordinates,
Yeah.
here, then we are seeing that we are not inserting all coordinates. That we are like straight skipping things. So like our equals checks are off somewhere, right? So 0919. That's good. But then these 94,34 should be getting like inserted somewhere.
Oh, it's because you're scroll up. It's because you're not handling the case where the line is going from right to left or down to up.
Oh, hold on. Wait. Rust doesn't do like negative ranges? Hold on.
What I did was just go from the minimum to the max.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I think you're probably like entirely right. Where did my terminal go? All right. Well, you're probably entirely right.